Hello, and welcome to the Depositum. If you are listening to this, you are part of an experiment at the intersection of 2,000 years of sacred tradition and the bleeding edge of AI technology. My name is Michael Link, and I am a data analytics engineer and a Catholic. We possess what the Church calls the Depositum Fidei, the deposit of faith. This is the definitive body of revealed truth contained in sacred scripture and sacred tradition, which the Church has guarded for 2 millennia. Problem? This treasure is locked inside books that are dense, ancient, and daunting. Most of us simply cannot extract the wisdom we need on a Tuesday morning commute. So I built a tool to do it for us. The Depositum is an AI-generated project that synthesizes the faith using 3 historic hallucination-resistant sources, what I call the 3 pillars. The first pillar is Scripture. We use the Douay-Rheims Bible, which is a faithful translation of the Latin Vulgate. The second pillar is scriptural interpretation, which we pull from the battle-tested Haydock Bible commentary, which heavily leans on early church father teachings. And the last pillar is the authority, the Catechism from the Council of Trent. This represents the definitive teaching of church dogma and is a helpful lens for interpreting the richness of the Bible. We feed these 3 texts into a secure AI to create deep theological conversations on demand. But rather than explaining it, let me show you. Here's a clip of the AI moving effortlessly through dense theological concepts.
Let's hear John chapter 1, verse 14.
Okay.
And the Word was made flesh, and dwelt among us, and we saw his glory, the glory as it were of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth.
And that single sentence, that is the hinge of all history. That's why in the Nicene Creed we say that Christ is God from God, the true God from the true God, consubstantial to the Father.
Right, consubstantial. It's such a heavy, dense word. Why is that one word the absolute linchpin holding the thirsty man and the eternal Word together?
Because it affirms that the exact same person, the weeping man from chapter 11 and the thirsty man from chapter 4, is the eternal God from chapter 1.
One in the same.
One in the same substance. The commentary is so clear on this. It's one divine person with 2 complete natures, divine and human, and both are preserved. He became man without ever ceasing to be God. That union is everything.
That is the power of the Depositum. You might have a few questions about the design philosophy. First, why rely on such old texts? Because they are public domain. This means the project is truly open source. I wanted to build something that belongs to you, not a corporation. You can actually download the entire dataset feeding this AI from our GitHub repository and run it yourself through NotebookLM. Second, why not just use the Bible alone as a source? Because we want the whole tree, not just the seed. By synthesizing scripture with the church fathers and dogma, we explore the fullness of Christian truth, roots, branches, and all. To ensure accuracy throughout this process, we use a strict 4-step vetting protocol. We restrict the inputs strictly to our verified sources, never the open internet. We then run every episode through a separate orthodoxy filter AI agent to build confidence that the AI summarized Catholic teaching in a trustworthy way. I then personally listen to and verify the qualitative feel of each episode. And finally, we post each episode with clear disclaimers. But please remember, even with this rigor, this is an AI tool. It is a study aid, not a substitute for your intellect, your prayer life, or your parish priest. Whether you are a Catholic, a Protestant, or a skeptic, this podcast is for you. My goal is to expose you to the highest beauty of Christian thinking, articulate, scientific, and deep, so that you can know Christ and his church better. Welcome to the experiment. Welcome to the Depositum.